Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Apart from all the things that were written on the screen, I'm also the coordinator of the Free Gaza movement on the ground in Gaza. And first of all, I want to say to the folks from Viva Palestina, ala rasna min fok in Palestine and in the Arab world, we say, we put these people, these efforts, on top of our heads with the utmost respect. But I also want to say that the rumour of the flotilla is true. We are organising a flotilla. We're hoping on June the 1st to bring a number of boats. We haven't got a definite number yet, but we've sailed 5 successful missions from Cyprus to Gaza. We were the first boats to dock in Gaza for 41 years, and we were bringing activists, journalists, human rights workers, also Palestinians who hadn't seen their families, who wanted to come home, and we were also able to take out students who couldn't fulfill their places because of the brutal, collectively punished Israeli blockade. I'm going to divide my talk into 3 sections. Oh dear, maybe I'll stand in front of you. I do like microphones. Firstly, I want to talk about borders, situation in the border areas in the Gaza Strip and why we have to dismantle these borders. Also want to talk about paramedics. I was working with the Red Crescent, the Civil Defence and the Ministry of Health ambulances during the war. And finally, I want to talk about prisoners. And I think I might take this opportunity to light this candle. I hope it's not a fire hazard. I think it's really, really important that throughout this whole talk and throughout our lives, we remember the 11,800 Palestinian prisoners who are locked up in Israeli occupation jails. I know it's a bit of a sort of hippie thing to do, but I don't know what else to do. We have to remember these people, and it's very hard to practice effective solidarity with people who are under sort of a double occupation, under occupation and also in the smaller jails. So the situation on the borders. Well, according to the Union of Palestinian Medical Relief Committees, 315 people have died in the past 2 years because of the brutal siege, because they haven't been able to get out for medical treatment. I mean, the figure is disputed, and human rights organisations give a lower figure, but just in my own personal experience, I met 4 people who'd lost family members because they couldn't get out for treatment. One friend who runs a women's organisation, her father died of hepatitis because he couldn't get out for liver treatment. Another friend, a paramedic, Mohammed, his sister was getting regular cancer treatment, chemotherapy treatment in 1948 Palestine, in Israel, and she was stopped. She was prevented from going, and her regular treatment was stopped, and she died as a result. A friend of ours as well, Ibrahim, was a translator, he lost his father, and this was at the hands of the Egyptians, because he was able to get out for cancer treatment, but the Egyptians wouldn't treat him, they wouldn't accept him in their hospitals because they said that they didn't recognize the government of Hamas, the democratically elected government of Hamas in Gaza. And the 4th person, a friend of mine from Al-Azhar University, her mother died because she couldn't get kidney treatment. And again, these people are known as martyrs of the siege who were killed by the Israeli occupation. So because of this siege, this is why we're doing these blockade busting missions by sea, by land, and inshallah by air. But the situation, if we're talking about the border regions, and first off, I mean, you could almost say that everybody is living on a kind of border in Gaza because it's 5 miles wide at its widest point and 25 miles long.